Hi, in this demonstration we will be setting up a Ravencoin security token using the DigiShares platform. But before setting up the security token, a little bit about the Ravencoin security token and its background. This is one of the presentation slide, and in Ravencoin, security tokens are called the restricted assets. Issuers can set up ICO and the security tokens using their own wallets or using DigiShares built-in token studio. The first step is that the issuers must set up their wallet and get some Ravencoin, which is around $0.1 per Ravencoin, and a total of 3,000 RVNs or Ravencoins are needed, which has the current market value of around $3,000. So you need at least 3,000 RVNs to set up a restricted asset in the Ravencoin blockchain, and this is one-time setup fee. Following assets are needed to set up the restricted asset. The first one is the main asset, which cost around 5,000 RVN. The second is the qualifier asset, which cost around 1,000 RVN. The third one is to assign the qualifier to the company public address, and the fourth one is restricted asset deployment, which cost around 1,500 RVNs. So mainly in Ravencoin blockchain, these are different transactions that has to be executed one by one, and each transaction cost around what has been mentioned over here. So in total you need at least 3,000 RVNs to deploy a fully functional restricted asset into the Ravencoin blockchain. You can do this using your own wallet. The wallet that has been provided by the Ravencoin, it has all the functionalities to deploy these restricted asset, but the person has to be a little bit technical to get these transactions executed one by one and get the restricted assets set up into the blockchain. So in DigiShares platform, we have developed our own token studio, and by filling up some basic information about the token itself, you can easily, anybody who is non-technical can easily get the token deployed into the Ravencoin blockchain. So before getting started, the first thing is that you need to have your own wallet set up. The second requirement is that you should have a public address which will be used as a company public address, and the third one is that in the company address there should be at least 3,000 RVN already been into that company address. So once all of these things are set up, the issuer can go into the DigiShares platform. So let's log in into the DigiShares platform admin. Alright, so I just log in into the DigiShares platform. Alright, so now I am logged in into the DigiShares platform, and I just click on the projects list. In DigiShares platform, the issuers can set up multiple projects, and each project can have its own restricted assets, or you can say the security tokens that are assigned with that particular project. We have two token studios that has been designed into the DigiShares platform: the Ethereum token studio and the Ravencoin token studio. So in this demonstration, we will be using the Ravencoin token studio to get a restricted asset deployed into the blockchain. So to get started, let's click on the Ravencoin token studio, and the next interface shows some instructions that are basically for the information purposes for the issuer. You can go through these instructions, but the next section of the screens the issuer can use to set up a company address if they have already set up their own wallet and they have their own company address set up, the issuer can specify that address in this field and add that address into the platform, or the issuer can click the generate button and that will generate a new address into the wallet, and that address can be used as a company address. So once the issuer has a company address, that address will start appearing into the list. You can have multiple addresses into the platform. If you are deploying multiple restricted assets, you can have only one company address, or you can have multiple company addresses for each restricted asset. So it's very simple. Just enter the company address that is already into your wallet. You just need the public address and click the add button. That will once that address is added into the platform, that will start appearing into the list. Or if you don't have if you don't have the public address, you can click on the generate button and that will generate a new address into the wallet, and that will start appearing into this list. I have already one address set up into my wallet, so I will be using this address for my deployments. The second information, you can see that I already have some Ravens into my wallet. The platform has got these the Raven coin amount directly from the wallet and is displaying in this section. So you must have at least 3,000 Raven coins into your wallet to get this restricted asset deployed. Alright, so now let's start entering the information that is needed for the deployment of the Ravencoin token. The first step is obviously you must select a company address. The second is, as I said, that you can have multiple companies into a particular deployment, or you can say multiple projects, and you have to select a particular project with which you want to assign or associate this restricted asset. This is a test deployment, so we have some test companies into our platform. So I'm going to select the testing2 project or company. The next step is enter main asset name. So this name will be used to name the security token into the Ravencoin blockchain. So you can select any name, but it has to be uppercase. The second is that there should be no spaces in between. So I'm going to use I think this this name should not be into the Ravencoin blockchain. If you enter Ravencoin, if you enter a name that is already been assigned to some asset into the Ravencoin blockchain, the platform will let you know that this address is already been assigned. So you should use any descriptive name for your restricted asset. The next information that you have to specify is that if you want your token to be divisible, that means that either the token can be transferred in fractions or not. Means if the company or the investor wants to send the tokens into the fraction but not as a whole token, so you should enable this checkbox, which means that the token is divisible. It's very, very important to decide this decision at this point, because once the restricted asset has been deployed into the blockchain, you cannot change this setting. So you have to be a little bit careful while selecting this setting. If you don't want your token to be divisible, just uncheck it, but for this deployment we will keep it checked. The second piece of information is the share class title. This is the title that will be assigned within this platform. It doesn't have any association with the blockchain. It's just for the information purpose or to identify the security token within this platform. So I'm going to add the name test driven 20. So you can give any descriptive name for your token class. The other information that you have to enter is the nominal value and the market value of your token. The value is specified in dollars, so you can enter the whole number or in the fractions. And the last information that you need to enter is how many tokens you want to generate once the restricted asset has been deployed into the blockchain. All of these tokens that will be minted after the restricted asset has been deployed, and these new tokens will be assigned to the company address, which in this case is this one. Alright, so for this demonstration, I'm going to deploy 100,000 token. So once you have entered all of this information, you simply have to click the start token deployment. So what will happen on the background is that the platform will start deploying the security token into the blockchain, and once the process is complete, the token will be added. The platform will be linked with the token into the blockchain, and the link will be visible into the projects list. So let's start a deployment. Just click on the start token deployment and click on yes. And so what happens is that on the background, the platform has started deploying the token, and it's going to take some time for the token to get deployed, depending on the speed or response from the blockchain. You can keep refreshing the screen, and as you can see that the platform is showing that it has deployed the main asset. As you can see that in the presentation, the first asset that is going to be deployed is the main asset, and then the qualifier asset, and then the qualifier asset will be assigned to the company address, and in the last, the restricted asset will get deployed. So the platform is deploying all these assets one by one on the blockchain. The platform has to wait for each transaction to get finished. So it will send the first transaction to the blockchain, it will wait for the deployment confirmation, then it will move on to the next deployment, and then so on. So if I keep refreshing this screen, still the main asset is being deployed, and the platform is waiting for the main asset to get deployed. Alright, so now you can see that the three of the assets has been deployed, and now the last asset is getting deployed, which is the restricted asset itself. You can see that the platform on the background is executing these transactions or deploying these assets one by one on the background and giving this information to the issuer. Okay, after 10 minutes of wait, the platform has deployed all the assets into the blockchain, in the Ravencoin blockchain, and set up the restricted asset. It has also linked the platform with the token into the blockchain, and if I go back on the projects list and click the shares link of the project or the company with which I have associated the token with, if I click on the shares and if I scroll down and you can see that the token has been deployed and fully connected with the platform. If I click on the view details, it's going to show the details of the token that has been deployed into the blockchain. So the platform is showing that the token, the asset name is this, the restricted asset that has been deployed, the name with this name is just the Q that has been added at the beginning of the asset name. And the platform is also tracking that there are 100,000 token associated with the company address that has been specified while transferring these shares. It also shows that what is the nominal value and the market value of the token. Alright, so the token has been fully deployed into the blockchain. It is fully connected with the platform, and now the issuer or the project manager can start onboarding the investors and start transferring these tokens to the investors.